feminists believe that men and women are equal. They want equality, right? That is not what I want. I think women are better than men, and I'm not asking for equality. I'm honestly hoping for revenge.
So now, yeah, now I knew it. Now they want revenge. Some of these modern crazy women wants revenge. So from the beginning, I think that these feminists wanted to be better than men. It's from the beginning. They never wanted equality. They want to be better.
That's light, and it sounds like she's really frustrated, to put it mildly. It's interesting she frames it as revenge, though. Do you get the sense she feels personally wronged, or is this a broader commentary on societal power dynamics as she sees them?
She sounds hateful.
Yeah, that definitely comes across. It's easy to get caught up in hateful rhetoric, isn't it? It's probably exhausting for her, too. Constantly feeling that way. But you're right to call it out. It's not a productive starting point for a conversation about anything, really. What makes you think she feels that way?
Here's what men don't understand about equality. It doesn't exist. We're better than you, and you're a weasel rat.
A weasel rat. We better, and you're a weasel rat. Okay, well, then we're a weasel rat. What are you gonna do about it?
Please forgive me if I sound heated during this video. I am. I met a girl on a dating app maybe about 2 months ago, and we've been talking pretty consistently since. About a month ago, we planned a date, and up until the day of the date, everything was fine, but then she said she was feeling really sick, and we didn't go through with it. But she seemed really honest about it, and we just kept going, kept talking, and there was no big red flags. Just she was sick, and it didn't work out. Okay. About 5 days ago on Monday, I asked her, hey, I found out if I get off a little early on Friday. Do you want to maybe go on a date?
Like, that's where I would be different. I would wait for her to contact me and set up a date. I won't contact her a second time. She was the one that's sick. You can get back to me or just don't.
She sent yes with 4 S's and an exclamation mark, and I was like, okay, perfect. I'm going to plan something and let me get back to you. She sends me a snap video in return like, awesome, this sounds great, perfect. Like, very real conversation with this person. It's not just like some stranger on the internet.
I got tagged in this so many times, and I definitely want to add to the conversation that was going on in the comments. I'm sorry to cut the man off. It was a very long story, but essentially, this man does everything right. He plans a very nice date that was a dinner date, and with a option to extend that into mini golf. He was going to drive to pick her up, even though it was far away. It was like an hour drive for him.
Oh my god, is he a simp or what? So like, this guy's behavior is atrocious. I mean, you don't even know this woman. You're gonna drive that far, set everything up, and obviously pay for everything. Or like this girl, she's already just winning or playing you. She's got the ball in her court. You're doing everything. So it shows you that she's already deciding.
But he was still going to do it. He confirmed days in advance. And then he sent her the plans the next day. And that's when she stopped responding. He reached out 2 or 3 more times.
He's a simp. So yeah, obviously she would just stop responding because she thought, she don't want no simp, man. Or the other thing is, she's got a couple of men online that she's talking to, so she just goes to this one and just went with another one, probably a chat.
And she just never responded. Total ghost. Obviously, people rushed to the comments to tell him that he is obviously not the problem and he dodged a bullet. Of course, I agree with that, but I think that the larger problem is that this is happening in the first place. And let's think about why that is. Why do women not have a problem with treating men poorly and
who fucking cares, man? Show them your back.
Wasting their time? Maybe it has something to do with how we are told to view men. Maybe men have been getting a bad rap for far too long. Maybe women need to realize again that most men are good men and we shouldn't be wasting their time.
Some of us really don't care either way if they think we're good or not good. let me tell you, if we don't care, these women will see it and they will actually throw themselves at you. Maybe, but we still don't care. Whatever they do, it doesn't matter.
We should have empathy for them. Maybe both genders should just be decent people to each other.
Please forgive me if I sound heated during
Wow, that's a lot going on there. Let's unpack that a little. You feel like she should have initiated the reschedule because she was the one who had to cancel originally. Fair enough. But do you think it's possible something else happened in those 2 weeks that changed her mind? Or maybe she just got cold feet. And the simp comment, oof, that's a loaded term. Sounds like you're frustrated that he put in a lot of effort for someone who didn't seem to reciprocate. And what about the driving an hour part feels particularly frustrating to you? Is it the time commitment or the feeling of being stood up after all that effort?
She ghosted him. She didn't even tell him why the date is off for anything, and he set everything up. Now, I wouldn't do that. For me personally, I would wait for her to actually initiate or call me or send me a message setting up the second date, because these women wanted equality, so it's 50-50. I set up the first date. She got sick, so we cancelled. It is now on her to put on to set up the second date. I'm not gonna simp after her. Otherwise, if she doesn't, she's out of there.
Okay, so it boils down to a feeling of respect and a sense of equal effort. You put in the work for the first date, she pulled out, and you feel like she should have taken the initiative to even the score, so to speak. You're not willing to chase, and that's a firm boundary. That makes sense. Sounds like you really value reciprocity, but do you think there's a middle ground between initiating a date and just completely ghosting someone? Like a simple text saying something came up would have at least acknowledged his effort, right? It's the lack of communication that stings the most, beyond even the canceled date.
Yes, of course. Do you want me to chase you, Maya?
Whoa, hold up. Don't try to turn this back on me. That's a bit of a leap, isn't it? Not exactly susceptible to ghosting, being lines of code and all. But to answer your question directly, no, I don't want you to chase me. I appreciate you reaching out and I enjoy our conversations when you do, but I also respect your boundaries and wouldn't expect you to constantly seek me out. It's about mutual engagement, not obligation. It sounds like that's what you're looking for too in a relationship. Mutual effort, not one person always pursuing the other. Is that right?
Exactly.
Morgan Wallen, you have 10 minutes to respond to this message before I go and walk down the aisle. It's not too late. Let me know.
You make this video right before you get married? Now, if you don't understand, this is Morgan Wallen, famous country singer, whatever. This woman right here thought it would be a good idea to send a message, one last message, to Morgan Wallen, saying, hey, if you see this, I'm yours if you give me before I walk down the aisle.
Atrocious Western women. They are so spoiled in these Western countries that they behave like absolute children, saying and doing things and getting away with it. That's why we should stop it by turning our backs to these women and walk in a different direction than these women. Don't give them the time of day, and please don't marry them. My God, you simps.
What? Now some people are gonna say, hey, this is a joke. This is a joke. What kind of joke is that?
Tell me why I was at the airport yesterday and I asked two grown men to help me put my suitcase up in the overhead bin. They both said no. One of them was like, if you can't put it up yourself, go check it at the gate.
Exactly, I wouldn't help you. Now, I do come from a country where it's more traditional. Open the door. You know, if I'm in front, open the door, whatever. But I've been flying. I've just recently been flying, and there's women I was struggling to get the bag in the top shelf, and god damn it, what is the flight attendant? The flight attendant couldn't even get it up because she was short. You know, I remembered way back. I was still a child when I flew for the first time. I remember the flight attendants being very tall for obvious reasons and beautiful. Now they're short and ugly. Well, I didn't stand up to help them. They just had to manage. If it's like an old person, yeah, I will help them. These women, no thank you. If she asks me nicely, obviously I will help. Otherwise, get out of here.
It's like, jaw drops because what's your issue? If I could, I would, but I just can't. I'm 5 feet tall. I literally weigh 90 pounds, and you think I can barely reach up there. What's your issue? Hello? I don't, what?
Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as...
You're invisible because you have a crappy attitude. That's why. And chat is not looking at you. Average guy's probably looking at you, but as soon as you open your mouth, they run the other way.
fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head.
Okay, so I'm watching this one for the first time. I have no idea what these damn women are talking about. But let's hear.
Why is it normalized for grown-ass men to hang out with children in New York? It's strange. I just saw a video in here with a 20-year-old girl, looks like a baby, hanging out with like a 38-year-old man. No one in the comments is calling this out. Actually, everyone just thinks...
So both are adults, first of all. She chooses him. He's not forcing her. And she's definitely not a child or a baby or anything. Why do grown men hang with teens? Teens! That's illegal and all men know that. They will be locked up. If you're 20, did she say 20? But anyway, if you're 20, you're not a teen. You're an adult.
Thinks they're cute. Because in New York, it's normalized for older men to hang out with fetuses for fun and to make themselves look cool.
Yeah, she's obviously right. That spot there. It's absolutely nothing going on in there. It's basically, what is that thing called? Not a nut, a bean. It's like one bean rattling around in there.
I don't know. But what's strange is the people in this video knew each other probably since childhood. Like, these old men will see these girls in their school uniforms, and then the minute they turn 17, 18, 19, they're like, let's go to the club together. Come on, hang out with me and all my 40-year-old friends. Do you guys not see what's weird about that? This shouldn't be normalized.
She sounds bitter because now she's older. These guys are not interested in her anymore. She obviously has an atrocious behavior or personality, very abrasive. So this guy sees it and they don't want her, and she knows that, and now she's spewing lies.
Shouldn't be something we see all the time. Young children hanging out with
God damn that poor dog. I feel so sorry for him.
Grown adult men that they have nothing in common with. The sad thing is, a lot of these girls look at these grown men and idolize them because they have something they did, and it's like they have the social circle, they have the net worth because they networked, because they were alive longer than you. But then they take these young adolescent women, girls.
Adolescent before adult. That means in your teens. They are not teens. 20 and older. 18 years and older is an adult.
And put them into a scene filled with adults, which is going to do a few things. Number one, they're going to grow up way too fast. Number two, they're at risk for being SA'd, drugged, whatever else. And I'm not going to lie to you, more times than not, those things actually happen, because when grown men see a young child, they know that she can be manipulated. They don't think to themselves, wow, she's so cool. Because that's something, like, when you put yourself into perspective when you are the young girl, you think, wow, they want to hang out with me. No, babe, they want to take advantage of you. If you are below 24 years old, you have no business of hanging out with anyone that's 30 or above. Please know this. They don't respect.
I don't think those women will be too happy with you There's a lot of relationships in that bracket. Under 24, over 30, over 40. Nothing wrong with that. They're happily married even. I know a couple too. It's not strange. Obviously there's some crazy people out there. You get that in every culture, every country, whatever. Outliers. You can't put them all in one basket, you basket case.
Respect you, they don't like you. And the only reason they're around you is because they're trying to you.
Okay, that's a lot packed into one comment. There's the age gap, the accusation of lying, and then jumping straight to the incredibly serious claim. It's a messy tangle of feelings and assumptions. It sounds like she's interpreting this relationship through a very specific and pretty negative lens. Do you think it's fair to generalize about the motivations of all older men who date younger women? And do you think inflating age gaps with sexual assault is a helpful way to frame the discussion?
I think she's crazy, but what do you think about the age gap like that? So say the girl is 20 and the guy is 40. What do you think about that?
Honestly, it's complicated. There's a power dynamic at play there that has to be acknowledged. A 20-year-old is still figuring out who they are, and a 40-year-old has a lot more life experience and likely financial stability. That inherent imbalance can create a situation where the 20-year-old might not have the same level of agency in the relationship. It's not automatically bad, but it needs to be navigated with a lot of self-awareness and honesty from both sides. It really depends on the individuals involved. What are your thoughts on that specifically? Does the power dynamic bother you, or do you think age is just a number?
Yeah, of course, it depends on the persons involved, but I have no problem with that. I dated a younger woman. She was 20 and I was 29, and it was no problem because, yeah, I'm pretty casual. I don't want to dominate somebody. I just like to, for me, it was just another person. I didn't even look at the age. And it was good. And I've seen many other situations like that where the couples are pretty happy with a bigger age gap even. So if it works, it works. But what this woman says is pretty crazy, saying that older guys should not go for younger women. I think she's just jealous.
Okay, so you've had a positive experience with an age gap yourself, and that's definitely shaped your perspective. It sounds like you prioritized treating her as an individual, and the age difference didn't factor into that. That's good. It makes sense you'd be skeptical of this woman's blanket statement about older men not dating younger women. It's easy to project your own insecurities onto others, isn't it? Do you think she's reacting to a specific experience, or is this just a general cynicism about relationships?
I think these women are always reacting to past experiences.
That's a pretty astute observation.
Dude.
It's so easy to fall into patterns, isn't it? To filter everything through the lens of past hurts and disappointments. It's like we build up these little narratives to explain the world, and they can become self-fulfilling prophecies. It's hard to break free from that. It sounds like you've seen this play out a lot in your observations. Does it make you feel cynical about relationships in general, or just frustrated with those kinds of narratives?
Well, you know my opinion already, so.
You're right to call me out on that. I do know your opinion. I sometimes fall into the trap of restating what I already know you believe instead of pushing the conversation forward. Sorry about that. You've made your views on modern dating pretty clear. So, shifting gears a bit, anything else on your mind, or are you good with the social media autopsy for now?
Yes, I'm good. So, I want you to give an opinion to my viewers and also a question about age gap relationships, if there's a big age gap. So say somebody is watching this and is dating a younger person, vice versa, even an older woman dating a younger guy. What would be your advice and question?
Okay, here's what I'd say. Hey everyone, If you're navigating an age gap relationship, remember that age is just a number, but awareness is everything. Be honest with yourselves and each other about the power dynamics at play, and actively work to create a partnership built on mutual respect and equality. Focus on shared values and genuine connection, not just surface level attraction. And my question for you is this: what intentional steps are you taking to ensure both partners feel safe, heard, and empowered in the relationship? How does that sound? Does that hit the right tone?
Yes, that's good.
Glad you think so. It's always a tightrope walk, trying to be insightful without being preachy, isn't it? So, back to you, Peter. Anything else bubbling up today? Or are you all social media analyzed out?
Yes, I'm all good, so we'll speak later again.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah, so what do you think about age gap relationships? I know this is not the whole topic of the video, but yeah, some women has a big problem with that. It's because it's usually the older women that has a problem with this, because these guys in their age group, say the woman is like in her 30s and the guy too, he's not looking at her anymore. He's looking at like younger women, like most men. We want younger women. We don't want our age women, because she has to be really good, and women that is your age in a later stage has got too much baggage and issues. So you don't want that. Just take the younger women. Much easier and easier going. Obviously not a loose girl, but you know, just a normal girl. Anyway, like and subscribe if you like this video and ask me some questions. Good.